How are we traveling, friends? Welcome back to the channel. The Apex Legends Dead team, they've brought out a 25-minute stream with a bunch of new information about the system override event, as well as some nerfs and buffs with the new event. I watched the whole thing, so you don't have to. We're all busy here. Let's just get straight to the point. Firstly, the Evo Shield. The red shield is stronger than the gold, so they're saying the red has about 125, whereas the gold has 100. It seems as though the red shield will not have the special golden property of faster healing, so depending on the situation, gold might still be a better option than even red shields, even though it's not as strong. They're saying here that the Evo Shields are going to favor players that like to play a bit more aggressively, like to dive into those hot drops and put as much damage on the board as possible, but also it's going to be very useful for people who like to sit back and do damage from a distance with snipers. As a sniper, you're generally staying very far away from the action, so you're out of harm's way, yet you're still able to poke damage numbers to the enemy, and you'll be also upgrading your shield at the same time, so that's pretty helpful. Now, with all of the events that have come so far, there are going to be 24 new items. They will be able to be crafted, and of course, if you're lucky, we get Octane's Heirloom as well. This is where the juicy information is regarding the meta. Bloodhound is now receiving a pretty solid change here. They're deciding to increase the scan range by 3 times the original distance, but the time to activate is going to take twice as long. So I think they said the original time was 0.4 seconds, now it's going to take 0.8 seconds. I would say overall this is a pretty solid buff to Bloodhound. Is it enough to make him viable? Who knows, only time will tell. Now our favorite thick boy Gibby is receiving a nerf. I think this is well overdue. His gun shield is going from 75 to 50 health. Everybody knows that Gibby has become the most overpowered legend in recent memory. Even though he's got an extra thick profile to shoot at, all of the advantages that they've given him, he is just too good to not use. Now we've got Crypto receiving a buff as well, so every time you send out the drone, it's going to auto reload his primary guns. That's going to allow Crypto to get into the fight a lot faster, which I'm sure a lot of Crypto mains, you're going to be very happy about that. Onto the inventory changes. Especially in ranked, you'll see this a lot. It's also starting to happen a little bit more in public games. Nade spam. It's a real thing. I mean, it's fun to nade spam, but when you're on the receiving end of that, oh good lord, is it a mess. So what Respawn has decided to do is to reduce the nade stacks to 1, but the base inventory size is now going to be 10, so it's increased by 2 slots, and this increase of 2 slots will apply to every single backpack that we get. Ammo stacks are now reduced from 80 to 60, shield cells and syringes go down from a 6 stack to a 4 stack, and medkits and batteries go down from a 3 stack to a 2 stack. I think a lot of us are going to be happy about this. We now have Heirloom Crafting. Instead of now getting that incredibly 1 in 500 amazingly lucky drop of receiving an heirloom, we're now going to receive heirloom shards, so you can specifically craft whichever one of the heirlooms that you like for your favorite legend. I think this is absolutely fantastic. I have been lucky enough to get an heirloom. Only problem is it's with Bloodhound, and I never play Bloodhound. I mean, it looks amazing, but I definitely would love the drumsticks for Lifeline or the boxing gloves for Pathfinder. Will be a very welcome change. We're going to be able to get exactly the heirlooms that we're after if we're ever lucky enough to come across the heirloom shards. And lastly, they have also heard our cries about the muzzle flash reduction. I'm not even going to pretend to know how complicated it is to create a video game or to make changes in video games. The devs said that it wasn't a simple task to reduce it, but they have tried their best. Coming with the system override event, we will now have significantly less muzzle flash on our weapon. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to let us know what your thoughts are. Put it all in the comment section. As always, cheers friends. We will see you in the comment section.